Hi everybody, and welcome to Chelsea Groton Bank's Facebook video. My name is Miria Gray. I'm the Community Education Officer for Chelsea Groton Bank, and today we're going to talk about 10 ways to live a debt-free life. Now, when I say a debt-free life, I'm not talking about completely of all debt, because there is good debt and there's bad debt. If you have no debt ever and you're never using credit, then you will have a really hard time when you need to use it. So there is a difference between good debt and bad debt, which we are going to be talking about next week in one of our videos. So feel free to go find that video. But today we're going to talk about how to live a debt-free life. And so I'm going to give 10 different tips. And the first one is to track and analyze your spending. We've talked a lot about tracking your spending, so I'm not really going to get into that too much. If you need to know more about how to track your spending, we have a couple of videos about that, so please feel free to check our video library or YouTube. The second thing is to develop a long-term spending plan. Now, a spending plan is a budget. But nobody really likes the word budget. The spending plan seems better. So the key to that is long term. So you're not looking at this month or next month. You're looking at what are your goals over the next year, 5 years, or 10 years, and how you can pay down debt in that time to get to your goals. So it's really important to be thinking long term, because then you can plan for things like big expenses, like a new refrigerator, a new roof, or a new car. Leave your credit card at home when you go shopping. Shoppers spend 33 to 34% more when they put their purchases on a credit card. Now, that being said, that doesn't necessarily mean that if you need to go to the Home Depot and put a new refrigerator on your Home Depot card, you should leave your card at home. Don't do that. Don't do that. What I'm talking about is when you're going out shopping and all of a sudden you see a bunch of really good deals and you think, oh, never mind, I wasn't planning on spending this today, but I'm just going to pull out that credit card and put it on there. So people have a tendency to spend 33 to 34% more when they are in that mindset. So when you're going shopping and you know you have a limit and a budget, leave that credit card at home. Work on paying your outstanding debts. So that should be part of your long-term spending plan. That should be a goal in there, because those long-term debts are carrying interest charges that are hurting you. So get those paid down, and that will then help you to be able to live debt-free, because you will have that extra income every month that doesn't have to go towards those payments. Watch that impulse spending. We just talked about this yesterday. Impulse spending at the grocery store, when you're out shopping, whatever it might be. Watch that impulse spending, because when you impulse spend in one area, it causes your budget to get a little skewed. Use your credit card wisely. So be thinking about, is this a purchase that I was going to be making this month anyway? Or is this something that I shouldn't really be buying because I am not going to be able to pay this off at the end of the month? Again, going back to that, if I need a new refrigerator, just be thinking about what is your plan to get that paid down. Use your tax refund to pay down credit card debt at the end of the year. So when we get our tax refund, oftentimes we think, woohoo, I can go out and buy that new TV I wanted, or my new wardrobe for the next year, or whatever it might be. But if you can pay down the debt that you already have using that money, then you will have extra income to spend on the things that you wanted to buy in the first place. Pay more than the minimum balance on those credit cards. So if you have to pay the minimum amount on your credit card balance every month, you are never going to get that debt paid down. You're going to be incurring more and more interest, and it's going to be a vicious cycle. So pay more than the minimum amount every month. eat at home. One of our biggest expenses for our personal expenses on our budget is eating out. So if you're trying to get those debts paid down, if you're trying to save up some money, then consider eating at home. Maybe eat out once a week instead of 3 times a week, or twice a week instead of 7 times a week. But you will have much more money if you eat at home than if you go out. Now, don't say I'm going to eat at home and then go out anyway, because you will have spent extra money in groceries and then be spending the extra money to eat out. So when you choose a plan, stick to it. And number 10, your emergency fund. That is going to be a lifesaver for you. Your emergency fund should be about 6 months of your income. However, an emergency fund of $100, of $1,000, of $3,000 could truly save you in case of an emergency. So if we go back to that refrigerator example, if we had $3,000 in an emergency fund, we would not need to put it on our Home Depot credit card. So be thinking through all of these 10 things to help you live a debt-free life. And tune in next week to find out the difference between good debt and bad debt. Okay, thank you. Have a great day, and we'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.